So normally, when we have Wired, I start off with a personal story. I start out with something that's happened to me. I have a lot of stories. I'm definitely a storyteller by nature. Like, that's just what I do. So I tell stories with my family, and my dad's the same way, to the point where, are any of your parents the kind of parents who tell the same story over and over and over again? And you're like, I've totally heard that before. Like, you can tell them all the details. Yeah, I remember, got out of your car and you played football again. But I want to tell you guys a story about a friend of mine. See, his name is Kensuke, okay? Yes, he is Asian. That is an Asian name. His name is Kensuke, and he's the kind of guy who never got the girl. You know what I'm talking about? Some of you guys are like, that's me, bro. And you're only in 6th grade. I'm like, just wait. But that was totally me. So I had tons of girl friends, but no girlfriends. Does that make sense? So on Valentine's Day, for me, for the longest time, it was Singles Awareness Day. Yeah. Party. So I would buy myself a pizza and watch movies. That was my Singles Awareness Day. Hey, it was awesome. One time, let me tell you, the best Singles Awareness Day I ever had, I was in the dorm all by myself, and I'm kind of a neat freak. And so there was a Man vs. Wild marathon on. Click it on. Man vs. Wild. I'm cleaning my room. No messy roommate. My room looked great. I got to watch like 8 episodes of Man vs. Wild. It was the best day ever, okay? So, but my friend here, he was always the guy that could never get the girl. All the girls liked him, but he never was like the ladies' man. He could never get one. Well, he finally got a girlfriend, so give him a hand. Yeah, finally, my brother. And so, what do people do when they get in a relationship? Instagram it, Facebook status, Is it official if it's not Facebook official? No, it's not, okay? They're like, yeah, my bae. So he's the typical dude. He's posting all these pictures on Instagram, okay? So let's go through a couple of these. Aw, isn't that cute? On the bus together. What's the next one? Oh, no, that's gross, okay? Like, Alicia, don't do that to me, right? Next picture. Eating a donut. Do we have any more? Aww. See, it's a little bit creepy. Okay, let me tell you something. Stop there. Okay, so let me tell you something. Things are not always as they seem. Things are not always as they seem. Like, people, this week we're talking about lying. People try to appear to be something that they're not. How many of you know someone like that? Like, they say they're one thing, but they're really not? You guys know? Raise the hands. Yeah? Okay, so let me show you his girlfriend's face. So go to the next picture. Got it? What about the next picture? Oh, go to the next one. Get it now? He doesn't have a girlfriend. If you looked at his Instagram, it would look like he had a girlfriend. Like, yeah, out on a date at McDonald's, so romantic. Look at us. Go to the next one. Okay, the donut one. So if you were in a restaurant and you saw this guy, what would you be thinking? This guy has a lady hand, and he's taking selfies. And then do we have the last? Okay, go to the next. How pathetic is this? And so tonight, we're going to talk about lying. I don't actually know this guy, okay? So that was a lie, okay? Pants on fire, So last week we talked about how the struggle is a lot like tug of war. We pull back and forth, and it's kind of like this back here. Like, you're pulling and pulling, and there were times when the 8th graders were facing the 7th graders where the 7th graders started to gain some ground, and then the 8th graders would pull back. Same thing with the leaders match, where sometimes you get to a point where you're kind of stalled out and then you pull back. And so last week our point was the struggle is real, but it's not unbeatable. And so the next 2 weeks, I want to talk about some very real struggles in our life. Like not just the general idea of struggling, but some things that you may go, yeah, that's exactly what I deal with. And so like I said, tonight I want to talk about lying. And just kind of like this story, I read another story online about a girl from Amsterdam. Okay? There was this girl, she told her family, I'm going to go on vacation for 6 weeks. Okay, wouldn't that be nice to just go? She's like, I'm going to Asia for 6 weeks. And so, yeah, Asia, the continent, you know. So she said, I'm going to Asia for 6 weeks. And so instead of going to Asia, she took pictures that she had and photoshopped herself into pictures in Asia. So I think I have a picture of this. Go to the next one. So she took this picture of herself and photoshopped herself next to a girl. And so instead of going for 6 weeks, she stayed at home and just edited pictures so her family had pictures of her traveling Asia. How ridiculous is that? And she was doing it as a social experiment. And so anytime she needed to go out to the store, she would dress herself up in costume so she could go grocery shopping because she didn't want anyone to know she was home. So the whole time she was in Asia, she was actually like at home watching Netflix or whatever you do at home, playing video games. See, the thing is, you may never have lied to that extent, right? Please say you haven't lied to that extent. Like, yeah, I totally told my parents that my school was going on a field trip, and then I went to the Saginaw Zoo for the whole week to stay with the monkeys. Like, no, like, please tell me, like, that's never been you, okay? But we do lie. A lot of times, it's really, really small things. So like the Octoball Stereotypes video, maybe you're the cheater, Jenna. Maybe you're the cheater, and so the ball hits you, but you don't want to get out yet. So you're like, oh, no, above the knees, we're good. No, that wasn't a double tap, it hit the wall first. You're like, dude, you're in the middle of the ring. It didn't hit the wall first, you tapped it twice. And so we do little things like that all the time. We lie about things in our life because we want to make ourselves look better. And we do it